Hello, future toppers. Let's make maths simple, intuitive, and fun together. So, we got wholesome new session in which we will try to understand the concept of cross product. So, in this part, we will understand how to multiply two vectors in different way. We have already multiplied two vectors, but that was dot product, also named as scalar product. Here it is cross product. It is also called as vector product. So in this case, what will happen? You will be getting a vector thing at the end. Okay. Suppose you wish to find out A cross B, how you should respond. Look at this. You should write vector A, magnitude of vector B, then sine theta between vector A and vector B, and then you should put n cap. Why we are substituting n cap? Because A cross B provides us a vector perpendicular to the plane containing vector A and vector B. Okay, so I'll write down the note. Okay, so cross product helps us to find out a vector perpendicular to the plane containing vector A and vector B. Okay, so this is your first idea. Now the idea is, suppose you are not comfortable in finding, like there are two ways to find out cross product. The first one is this, and the second one is you should write I j k over here, and then you have to write down the component of vector a1, a2, a3. Suppose the vector a is a1i plus a2j plus a3k. So this thing will give you the component of vector a. Similarly, you need to write down the component of vector b, b1, b2, b3, and then determinant. So this determinant of this thing will give you a vector perpendicular to the plane containing vector a and vector b. Okay, now the direction of the vector, try to understand this part. The direction of the vector, resultant vector, okay, will be derived by right hand thumb rule. Okay, means what you have to do, suppose that we need to do a cross b. This is vector a, this is vector b. So you have to put your palm along this thing of right hand side, and you have to face the palm towards the other vector. Okay, so the now look at this. Now you know that you have to move in this direction to meet the other vector. Okay, so thumb will decide the direction of the vector. So if we will go with a cross b, we will get a vector coming out of the plane containing vector a and vector b. Similarly, if we will go with b cross a, means we have to put our palm along vector b, and the face of the palm should be towards vector a, and then you have to rotate. So if you'll observe, the thumb is locating, it is trying to go inside the plane. Okay, so it is going inside the plane. So B cross A and A cross B are two different things. Okay, now look at this idea. So let's change the page. Now look at this. Suppose you got A cross B and you got B cross A. So you know that one vector is going inside the plane, other vector is going outside the plane. So these two vectors are not equal. This is wrong. Still you wish to write down these two things to be equal. So you should multiply the vector by negative so that it can change the direction. Okay, so this way you can write vector A cross B equals minus of B cross A. Although if you will focus on the magnitude of cross product, A cross B equals magnitude of A cross B. So B cross A, sorry. Okay. So magnitude will become same. So this is correct. Okay. Now try to understand this thing. Suppose you will do I with I, means I cross I. Okay. Or J cross J, or K cross K. Then what will happen? So you know that you can consider I vector as vector A and second I vector as vector B. So magnitude A, magnitude B, and then sign 0, and sign 0 is what? 0. So it will make everything else 0. So I cross J, I cross I, J cross J, K cross K equals 0. Now suppose that you are doing I with J, okay, J with K, K with this. Okay, so the idea is, suppose it is I, it is J, it is K. Suppose you are going through I to J. So if you'll go towards I to J, you will get a vector K. Okay, if you'll go with J cross K, you will get I. If you'll go through K cross I, you will get J. But if the direction will reverse, you will get minus minus minus. Is that okay? Means I cross K will give you minus of J. Okay, I hope till this part is okay. Now, like, why we do cross product? Why we need cross product? Now, as you can observe that the first idea is what? The first idea to get a vector perpendicular to the plane containing vector A and vector B. So this is your first thing that is required to find out the cross product. Now, second idea is to find out area of parallelogram and, okay, area of parallelogram, triangle, etc, or polygon as well. Okay, so area related question you guys can handle using cross product. Also, if you need to prove two things to be parallel, to prove two things to be parallel, okay, So two things to be parallel means what? Two vectors to be parallel, two lines to be parallel, two planes to be parallel. So under these scenarios, you need to find out, you need to take help of cross product. Okay. Now try to understand how we will get area. Okay. Now suppose that this is your parallelogram. Suppose this is wait. So we got our parallelogram done. Now, suppose that this is vector A, this is vector B, and the associated angle is theta. So, if you remember, if I'll ask you to find out area of parallelogram, you know that it is base into height, correct? So, base into height. Now, base means what? The magnitude of the base, this thing, the length of this part. So, can I write this thing as mod A? So we got our mod A. Now for height we will drop a perpendicular. For height we will drop a perpendicular. Okay. Now look at this. Suppose that we want this length. So this length will be height, na? Correct? So we have hypotenuse, we want perpendicular, and we have theta as well. So can I write sine theta equals perpendicular, which we call it as height, by the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is what? Mod of B. So can I say that the value of height is mod B sine theta? So in place of over here, can I write mod B sine theta? So look at this. If you will observe, it is nothing but magnitude of A cross B. Mod A, mod B, sine theta, n cap. N cap is a direction vector, which is a unit vector. So don't you think area of a parallelogram is magnitude of A cross B? And if I'll ask you to find out area of triangle, you know that the diagonal of a parallelogram divides the parallelogram into two congruent triangles, and two congruent triangles will have equal areas. So can I say that the area of triangle will be A cross B by 2? So this is how we will find out the area. Okay, now you have to digest this idea, okay, and try to keep this thing in your mind, keep this thing moving. Okay, I hope the idea is clear and you guys can handle similar situations. So see you guys in next session of Mathflix.